Hello everyone. Haven't done an update on YouTube for my acting stuff in a while, so figured it was time for one. Start off with a few weeks ago, I finished shooting my scenes as a detective for the project X Marks the Spot, another indie film done by director Toya Marie of Toya Marie Productions. It's in the editing phase now and hope it'll be released soon, so as soon as I get more information on that, I'll be happy to pass that along. We'll show it to you guys. Other than that, another project that I was before not long ago was The Strange and Mysterious Life of Jackson Bean. It's being marketed or advertised as a sci-fi type of project, kind of along the lines of Blade Runner. But we've ran into apparently the production team's run into a few snags, so it's still on hold. But we are promised that they'll start shooting here in the very near future. So look forward to that. I have a role of as a government agent type in that one, so let you know how that goes. Other than that, last month I did book a lead role in a indie project called Karma. Many thanks to Vanessa Allen Meadows for this one. It's her story. She also co-stars in it. But I'll be heading down to Nashville here the next few weeks to film the scenes for that. So it's always exciting when you get to leave the state you're in and go film a project on location. So many thanks to her again, and looking forward to do that. And hopefully when that's done, you guys will be able to see that. I think she has plans for that for film festivals as well. So we'll see how that goes. But like I said, many thanks and grateful. Other than that, a few more auditions that I have sent out. One for a Texas project, another lead role. I know the video has been seen, so it's just a matter of if I hear back or not. So we'll see how that goes. Well as a few other various things that I've sent out for as well. Now there are a few things that I've sent out for that I received word back on, but because they didn't mention what the shooting schedule was at first, I had to ask. And once I found out when it was, I had some conflicts, so I had to decline the project, unfortunately, and that happened. So, but you know, do what you can. So that's what I have going on right now. Always looking for more stuff, of course, but I thought I'd take this time too to talk about maybe some of the my tips and advice for those that are new to the business, or if you have any doubts about whether you want to keep doing this or not, because believe me, I've had it myself as well. But one of the things that I've done is I took a online class through Heidi Dean, who's also known as the Marketing for Actors, her site. But it was a 3-week course, and she breaks down all the social media platforms from the basic to the advanced, as far as how to use them, how to set your account up, and just all the ins and outs of everything. Very knowledgeable. She's a social media god, guru, however you want to put it. So I said, I'm not getting paid to say this about her at all, but once you take the class, though, you have a lifetime access to the class, which she keeps updated as things change. And then she also has a separate Facebook page that you get to be a part of after you take the class. And she holds Q&A sessions every so often and addresses all the questions and concerns you have. And there's almost nothing that she really can't answer for you. If she can't answer it, then she'll find out what the deal is. But she's very helpful, extremely helpful. So thanks to her, I've been able to be as successful with social media as I am. So kudos to you, Heidi. But some of the secrets to my success, just to kind of pass this on for everyone else out there, I look at casting submission sites on a daily basis. I use IMDb, the casting calls page for that. I use Backstage. Once in a while I use Casting Networks. I haven't had much success with that though, but I do have a profile there. But IMDb and Backstage are my two main ones. So I look at those daily for updated casting calls, and if I fit the bill for what they're looking for, I'll submit. I always thank people for their consideration when I do submit for something, just because that's just who I am. And then I'll also include there a link to my website in case when they go to my page, with everything they have going on, they may not see it or whatever the case. So just to make it known from here, you can go there and learn more about me. So that's what I do for that. And then for social media, of course, I check all my main platforms: Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Facebook, you check my notifications first to see, what people have commented on my posts or other things like that. See what else is out there, and then I'll go and do my main feed, and then see what else people have posted and stuff, and whether I like it or comment on it. And I try to comment as much as possible. I try to engage with people as much as possible. To me, that's the whole reason to have it there, or whatever else. Just let them know that, yeah, I more than like it. I actually want to talk to you. So do that. Twitter sometimes takes a little bit longer. I have been fortunate enough to have over, I think now it's like 6,000 followers. So, and the thing is about Twitter is that I'll never, unfortunately, be able to engage with or see all 6,000 people. It's just not possible. But it's a nice feeling to know there's that many people out there that find me interesting, which is cool. But I do engage with as many people as possible. I am part of what's known as a Twitter tribe, per se, Twitter family. So there's that select group of people that almost on a daily basis I am interacting with. And I'll like and retweet their stuff or quote their tweet if I find it really something that's really, really good. But Twitter is I think I like Twitter the most, mainly because it's very instantaneous. Facebook can sometimes have a lag to it, in my opinion. It depends on people are on it or not. But the Twitter tribe that I'm part of, we've known each other for probably at least a good year now, and come to know each other pretty well, and just almost a daily thing. So that's kind of cool. I've met some fairly influential people on Twitter as well, so I'm grateful for that. But I check it periodically throughout the day, and I engage with people. That's what I do. So I find engagement is definitely one of the keys to success. Another thing that Heidi had mentioned to do is, so I will go and find, let's say, like between like casting directors or producers and directors of projects that I find interesting and work for me, and I'll go and find out who's a part of that. Or for TV shows like Chicago PD, Law and Order, things of that nature. I'll go and find out who's involved with that, and then follow their profile. That's mostly usually on Twitter, not so much for Facebook for that. And follow them, and then I'll save them to a favorites folder so I can keep going back to them and not try to hunt them down all the time. But once I follow them, I won't expect to follow back, because more likely that's not going to happen, which is fine. There's busy people, they got stuff to do. But follow them, and then see what they're tweeting about, and engage with it. Like it, retweet it, make a comment about it. To me, making comments just is that little more added, I wouldn't say professionalism, but a little more added edge that, hey, look, yeah, I did like it, but here's what I have to say about it. And I have had some responses back from that, which is cool. But it gives them a chance also to look at my profile, see who I am, and learn a little more about me. I don't expect a follow in return. I don't expect the response to come back, which is fine. But give them a chance to look at me and put myself out there. That's all I can ask for. So between all those types of producer directors and casting directors, just gives them the chance, hopefully maybe, to say, hey, yeah, here I am, and this is what I do, and if you like me, great. If not, that's fine too. But doing all that, and I do that on a daily basis, and luckily I have the flexibility to do that on a daily basis. But social media is my main way of getting out to all these people. But I think that engaging with people is really, really something that keeps people successful, because you can start a conversation, and once you get that going, you establish a relationship and keep it going. Just don't expect a tit for tat type of thing. So no, I don't expect any kind of response. I don't expect to get a phone call or an email saying, hey, we like you for this role, whatever else, which would be great, but I don't expect it. So I want them to see me as a person, who I am, and text or write back intelligently. I mean, show them who you are, show them your personality. So if you're a funny type of guy and you're always joking around, then be that way, and see how it goes. But now there are some I won't follow because of what they have on their sites or their profiles, and I stay away from all the political drama as much as possible. That's not for me. But that's what I do. So, and it works for me. So that's what I guess I can recommend for everyone else out there, is to do that. as far as for me for doing getting ready for a role, for me for script memorization, what works for me is reading through the sides of the script multiple times, getting a feel for the scene. If there's no character or bio breakdown, then I kind of have to work my way through it based on what's there, or write back and ask questions about the character. But once I do that, then I take out a notepad and I basically write down the whole entire scene as much as I can between the two characters or characters. That way I know when it comes time to actual rehearsal for me, whether it's walking back and forth in a room or whatever I'm doing, for me it's more of a conversation. So I get past the memorization into the conversation, and I can just worry about how the scene should be acted out, and you can stop me at any point during the scene, say, no, we need to get to this part instead of the script, whatever else, and I can almost instantly or within a few seconds go, okay, fine, and know where I left off, where I need to pick up at, or whatever else the case may be. But it takes time to learn how to do that and get good at it. So, but I think as professional auditioners, as we become, we train that muscle to do that. So that's what I look for. But that's how I prepare for all my scenes or any kind of things like that in my vast experience here of 5 years almost. So, yeah, that's what I do. So it works for me, and hopefully it'll work for you, or come up with your own thing. And for me also, for doing auditions or self-tape type stuff, what I did is a friend of mine took me to Amazon, and there's this, which is what I'm using right now, a tripod / selfie stick basically. So it can be one or the other, but once you use it as a tripod, you can set it up to whatever height you want. It has a handy dandy little remote switch here, so you can turn it on and off just by sitting there instead of having to show you're doing this to go turn something off. But I like it. Doesn't cost that much, and it's worked for me. So another piece of advice for you. Other than that, another thing I've seen people write in, which is kind of surprising yet humbling to me, is that people have looked up to me as a mentor sometimes, or as an inspiration. And I mean, I'm flattered, kind of shocked. It's cool. But I try to post inspirational messages as much as possible too, so that may be a lot where that came from. But try to keep people in high spirits, good motivation, keep pressing them on to keep doing this if this is what they want to do. I mean, it's a tough business, and if everyone could do it, they would. If you could be a success at it, you could. I had a situation or dilemma not too long ago where, before I got out of the service, I was big into golfing, or I got big into golfing, and I wanted to be a pro golfer because, you know, when you watch them on TV, how easy they make it look. I'm like, oh yeah, with enough practice, I can do that. And so I was talking with one of the doctors I work with. I'm actually a life flight pilot who, at the base we work at, we have myself, a flight nurse, and then we have the resident doctors who are in training. They go and fly with us for their training purposes, whatever else. But I was talking to one guy one day about this and say, hey, you know, I'm kind of on the fence between, you know, golfing and acting, and, you know, you really can't do both to be good at both because they both require so much attention. And he's like, well, you know, all these golfers out there, they've been golfing since they were like 5 years old, or, you know, 10, or almost pretty much most of their life. That's why they've gotten so good at it. Obviously, I'm a little late in life here. I mean, 46 years old, so I don't have all that much time on me left to become a pro golfer. And that's what he was trying to explain to me. Like, look, you know, focus on your acting. You have the flexibility of your job to do that. And with all your successes that you've been talking about, you know, you seem to be pretty good at it, which I'm like, yeah, I'm all right. He's like, well, why don't you just stick with that? That's just my recommendation. And everything he said makes sense. So that's where I'm at now. So I'm 100% focused with passion on my acting, and to be the best that I can, give you the best performance that I can, with nothing expected in return. And you know, I'm easy to work with. Give me direction, and I'll take you there, and that's it. But I don't quibble over small stuff about someone's taller than me, or this than me, or that than me, or why don't I have this, why do they have that? I don't care. I'll audition, hope to book the role, and then move on. That's my goal. So, but keep us kind of on the end now. But I appreciate everyone's support. You can catch all my stuff on my site, www.steveham.org. There's also links to all my other platforms as well. So check it out if you would, please. Appreciate it. And I'll do more updates as they come around. Talk to you guys later. Bye.